The program you are about to watch was originally produced for InSteel Construction Systems, a division of InSteel Industries. With new ownership, the name of the company has since been changed to StructureTech Construction Systems of Charleston, South Carolina. StructureTech continues to produce the strongest, most innovative construction material in the world, the 3D panel.
Hi, I'm Bill Clement, and I am here to tell you about a revolutionary building system. It's as strong as block, yet it costs up to 30% less. It's as versatile as wood frame, and it goes up faster than either. This is the 3D reinforced concrete system from InSteel Construction Systems, the panel system that gives you strength and insulation in one easy step, and that will save you time and money. Now, right about now, I imagine a bell is going off in your head and you're saying, wasn't this panel idea introduced years ago? Well, the answer is yes, it was, in the 60s, and it was hailed as a sound idea even then. But unfortunately, the technology didn't exist to make panels economically or efficiently, or for that matter, consistently. That is, until now. Only InSteel uses a new patented manufacturing process that mass produces these panels to extraordinarily exact specifications, so that each panel comes out consistently the same. Now, we'll talk about that process later, but first, let's look at the elements of the panel itself. Here's a section of the typical 3D panel. The core is composed of modified expanded polystyrene. On either side is a steel wire fabric, but the strength and rigidity of the panel comes from these galvanized spacer wires. They pierce the core at an angle and are machine welded to the fabric. This is what the panels look like when they're shipped to your job site. This is a standard 4x8 size, and it weighs only about 38 pounds, so it's easy to carry and to install. How easy? Well, let's go to a job site and take a look. Building with 3D panels will create dramatic changes at the construction site. You'll reduce the need for heavy equipment like cranes and flatbeds loaded with block and trusses and rolls of insulation. And you'll also require less labor, less skilled labor like expensive block and brick masons. And since a few workers can put up a wall in a matter of minutes, the labor savings can be tremendous. Take a look at what we mean. Once a panel is erected, you simply attach an adjacent panel by placing a strip of matching cover mesh over the joint. Then they're easily secured together by wire ties or preferably a pneumatic fastening tool. And what about doors, windows, and other openings? Well, simply cut the openings and proceed with your normal framing operation. And see this space here between the fabric and the core? Well, this gives you enough room for electrical wiring and plumbing if you wish. Once the wall is up, it's ready for the final step, the shotcrete application, either wet or dry. Recent advancements in shotcrete technology have simplified the application of concrete. The result is a steel-reinforced concrete structure with insulation already built in. Angled walls, angled roofs, even this privacy wall behind me. 3D is so versatile and easy to use that virtually no design will be inhibited by time constraints or budgets. It's amazing, isn't it? And the 3D system is ideal for any kind of structure, be it residential or commercial, industrial or institutional. This beautiful home was built entirely with 3D panels. So was this healthcare center and this office complex. Even InSteel Industries' corporate offices in Mount Airy, North Carolina, and InSteel Construction Systems plant and office building in Brunswick, Georgia. Apartments, hotels, schools, the uses are limitless. 3D is even being used to build maximum and minimum security prisons. And in 1989, it starred in a very special project. Habitat for Humanity used 3D panels to build 10 homes in as many days in Tijuana, Mexico, a community that sits near a seismic fault line. The labor was done by the residents, most of them virtually unskilled in construction techniques. And there to help was someone you know very well, President Jimmy Carter. Here's what he had to say.
We are trying out a new building technique here that we believe will have far-reaching benefits for communities around the world that don't have high-quality clay from which you can make bricks and Spanish tiles, and don't have trees from which you can get lumber. But with this building technique, these panels are very light. Even the biggest panels, my wife and I have been carrying around without any problem.
It's a step in the right direction, and also it's a kind of an inspirational idea that can help to solve the world's housing needs. You know, you plant a seed, and you hope it grows.
Well, we've seen how the 3D system will save you time and money during installation. So how does it perform? Each year, fire destroys billions of dollars worth of property in this country, the price we pay for building with wood. But with 3D, with 1.5 inches of concrete applied to both sides, your wall achieves a fire rating of 1.5 hours. With 2 inches of concrete, you'll get a 2-hour rating. And don't worry about the polystyrene. It does not contribute to fire. In fact, it simply melts when exposed to flame. Then there's thermal insulation. With energy costs rising and weather being what it is, high R-value insulation has become an undeniable necessity. But with 3D, thermal insulation is built in. A 2.5-inch core with 1.5 inches of concrete on each side yields an R11 rating. And if you apply 1.5 inches of shotcrete to this special insulation, you'll end up with a super efficient rating of R33. And as you can imagine, the sandwich construction also offers excellent noise insulation, making it ideal for walls where sound transmission is a concern. Strength, fire resistance, thermal and sound insulation, all in one unit. Concrete block and wood frame can't touch 3D. Neither can any of the exterior insulation finishing systems using metal framing. Okay, now that you've seen the advantages of the 3D system, let's see how it's made. Here's the beginning of the process, loading the polystyrene panels onto the conveyor. From here, each panel moves through this 3D panel machine, where the welded wire fabric and the EPS panel become one unit. Then the 3 layers are transported into this unit, where the galvanized truss wires pierce the core and are machine welded to the fabric. It's at this stage that these components become a welded wire space frame with polystyrene insulation in the center. And here is the final product. 4x8 is standard size, but different sizes such as these can be ordered. But the key point here is that all panels come out exactly as ordered, thanks to numerous quality assurance programs and computer precision accuracy. This is why the time for the 3D system has arrived. Clearly, InSteel's 3D manufacturing process is the most advanced in the world. For the first time, a reinforced concrete sandwich panel is an economical, practical, and reliable solution to the rising costs of labor and materials in the construction industry. Well, that just about wraps it up for us here. And I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this presentation. And I think it's obvious that the InSteel people are onto something here, and that 3D can offer dramatic, even sweeping advantages in the way we build. It can open up new designs that were cost prohibitive before. It will save everyone involved precious time and money, so that finally we can start to leave the ancient building methods like sticks and stones behind us.